Rebel Author Podcast, where we talk about books, business, and occasionally bad words. Hello, Rebels, and welcome to episode 200 of the Rebel Author Podcast. Today, it is a special day because I'm not joined by one person. I am joined by a multitude of rebels, and I am deeply, deeply grateful because due to my, let's call it, bout of exhaustion, I wasn't able to step up to the plate to do a special episode, and so I sucked it up and I asked for help, which, as you'll know, I find unreasonably difficult. And I asked the Rebel patrons if they would help me and help me to create this really special episode. And I have to say, I don't think I have ever been so humbled and so grateful because, boy, did they step up to the plate. So first of all, let me say a big thank you to LF Wham, who was the instigator and sort of chief organizer of the Patreon episode. And let me say thank you to everybody else. There were a number of people who hosted challenges in this episode. And just to explain the organised chaos that was this episode, essentially what the Rebels did was they created an evening of challenges, book-related competitions, which, oh my God, can you get any more thoughtful than that? I don't think so. And the most wonderful thing about it is that I came out of it. So that only happened last night, and I'm kind of recording this, even though you're going to get this in 2 weeks' time. I recorded this the very next day. And today is the first day that I woke up feeling rejuvenated. Surprising no one that a number one competition felt, like they generated energy pennies after doing competitions. Like, what? It's almost like there's some fucking truth to this strength shit. So yes, I mean, can you get any more thoughtful? Thank you so much to the Rebels who did this. And let me just take a minute also right now to say thank you so much to all of you for listening. 200 episodes is a monstrous milestone. When I started recording the first couple of episodes, I honestly wasn't sure if I would get past 10. My goal was 7 because they say that 7 is where most podcasts die. And so I wasn't sure because I might come across super confident, but I'm not really, and I don't like phone calls, and it was fucking terrifying, to be quite frank with you, trying to get onto these calls with these people who I respected and didn't really know very well. It was terrifying. And so the fact that the podcast has grown and that I am still here and still going is in large part thanks to you guys, and the fact that I do have listeners listening every week, and the fact that there is a Patreon community. I know I say it every week about joining the Patreon community, but you guys really do both, help to pay for the time and for the running costs of the podcast, but also make me feel like what I'm doing is worthwhile. And I can't extend my gratitude enough to explain that. So thank you so much to everybody who makes this community so amazing. And I love the fact that we're at 200 episodes at this really big sort of milestone juncture for me, where I'm sort of going off and all my time is going to be my own, essentially, and I'm doing this sort of full-time, more full-time than I was doing it. And yeah, I don't know, it's a big scary time and place. And when this goes live, I'll be in the last few days of my holiday, so I hope that that I'm in a different headspace and that I am feeling pumped and ready. To be honest with you, I suspect I'll be chomping at the bit to come home. Because I get to about 10 days through a holiday and I'm like, right, I want to go home, I've got shit to do. So yeah, and we'll be right around that point, I think. So it will be nice to see the reactions. And if you do want even more of my dulcet tones, then please do have a look on Instagram, because even though I won't be working, I'm sure I'll be sharing stories and, posting pictures of swimming pools and palm trees or whatever, I don't know. So so let me just reiterate my gratitude and thanks to everybody who has listened, whether you're a new listener or an old listener. I am extremely grateful. We're going to go straight in to the competition and the challenges. What I will say is The first challenge was fucking savage, and then they got, well, I don't know. I found them slightly easier after that. So you will hear multiple voices. Everybody will introduce themselves, and then the shenanigans will start. So I hope you enjoy this episode, which is basically the rebels trying to torture me through competition, and all the banter that comes with the other rebels who are high competition. Shane, I'm looking at you. So yes, all right, enjoy this episode, and once again, thank you so much, and here's to another 200 episodes. That would have been the intro to this episode. However, in recording this, I had already sent the episode to Becca when she alerted me to the fact that there was an additional piece of audio that had come in from the rebels. You guys are trying to kill me and make my eyeballs sweat. So I don't know what this is. I'm going to start reading the email. So the email says, Eden, hello, Sacha. I was thinking, what was the most rebellious thing I could do to show my appreciation for all you and the podcast? And then it hit me. Make Sacha, I'm dead inside, Black, feel the feelings, laughs maniacally, and empathy everybody drink. But rather than have me just tell you that I think you're marvellous, I've adopted some friends to help. Enjoy. Oh, God. I can't believe I'm going to have to read these. Takes a deep, sturdying breath. Okay, Carla says, the biggest thing the podcast has helped me with is to remember to smile. Oh, God. And find the humour. While this clearly translates into my writing now, sometimes it's a quip or knowing smile, but all in all, it amazes me that Sacha finds humour no matter how serious the subject. Rebellion... Oh, God. This is going to be hard to get through. Whew. Rebellion isn't about breaking or skirting the rules. It's about laughing in the face of them, knowing they haven't broken you. You lot are bastards. If you have a sense of humour, if you have everything, if you have a sense of humour, you have everything. It trickles down from my life into my writing and beyond. Okay, I needed a second already. Right, number 2, Judith. This podcast is such a joy to listen to. Sacha's enthusiasm shines through and brings out the best in her guests. There's a nugget or two of useful information for authors in every single episode, even when the genre under discussion is not the one I write in. I pick up something useful. I love hearing about Sacha's writing practices and successes and look forward to the next 200 episodes. Lynn Aubrey says, I have these stories in my head and I went searching for resources to help my craft. I found the Rebel Author podcast through another podcast that Sacha was hosting. What I really found was so much more. The community inside of the podcast are my people, my found family. People who are snarky and irreverent, supportive and challenging, inventive and knowledgeable. They have all been brought together because of Sacha. And we wouldn't be the same without her. Angela, I would actually need 20 pages to fully express how Sacha and Rebel Authors has helped me on my writing journey. When I first started listening to the podcast, I had written out a few disjointed scenes of a story, and I was staring at the screen thinking, can I even do this? Can I write this book? 2 years and many episodes of Rebel Authors later, I have published my first book and I'm close to publishing my second. I couldn't have done it without the unending support of Sacha and the incredible community she has created around Rebel Authors. Helen. I sort of edged into the Rebel Author community. I'd started listening to the podcast and loved Sacha's vibe, honest, open and welcoming to everyone. She spoke as she found and struck a chord. I remember joining my first Poison and Prose, not really sure what to expect. When I was finished, I was full of adrenaline. These were my people. A few years on, and I know I can jump in the Slack if I've got questions, if I'm having a bad day, or if I've just read an amazing book I need to share. We're all at different stages, but we're all the same. We're a found family. And it wouldn't exist without Sacha. Oh, God. I can't believe you lot making me cry on the podcast. I'm never forgiving you. I needed another second. So Mackenzie says, Sacha, you and the Rebel Author podcast have been an invaluable source of information and encouragement. I get to listen to authors describe their struggles and share their own roadmaps to navigate the obstacles they find in their writing. I love your wit, intelligence, and curiosity. You always pose the best questions for your guests that reveal the answer I didn't realise I was searching for. I look forward to listening to your voice for as long as you'll have us. Matt says, Sacha has created a wholly accessible and utterly enjoyable podcast that never fails to delight, challenge, and deliver healthy doses of laughter and encouragement. Words can't express. Yeah, as a writer, I do see the irony. How much I value hearing her sultry voice welcome us into her world each week. And how much it means to hear her cackle with glee as she sacrifices another squirrel on the altar of world domination. I always take away nuggets of inspiration and incredibly valuable support that I can use now and hold for when my work grows. There aren't enough adjectives, Sacha, to let you know how much you mean to me and how much I love you and your squishy marshmallow black heart. How dare you? And of course, your rampant rebellious... Your rampant, rebellious pussy interrupting your interviews is just the cream on the top. I do believe he's talking about Duchess. Cassie says, the last several years have inspired and sustained me in the Rebel group. What started as following a wonderful Rebel leader has developed into added education, growing personally, finding my tribe, my coat and arms, my most dear friends. The rebellion of the best writers is here. Tom Fowler says, the biggest help has been how real Sacha is, especially on the solo episodes. A lot of other podcasts make writing, especially full-time, out to be sunshine and puppies. Sacha tells us the good, the bad, the triumphs and the struggles, and paints a realistic picture. As someone who would find it a big challenge for a wild host of reasons to try and do this full-time, I really appreciate it. Scott, Sacha, you juggernauted your way into... You juggernauted your way into my relator circle and I wouldn't have it any other way. Thank you for creating the Rebel Author community, a space where writers can be their authentic selves. For that, you will always be a winner. Love the Scottish emotion-sucking vampire. P.S. You're still a bitch. Oh my God. Oh, Amy says, the Rebel Author podcast has opened my eyes to so many facets of writing and the writing community. It spanked my bank account with far too many book recommendations, none of which I regret, and blown my mind wide open too many times to count with the guest interviews. I'm better informed, connected and supported thanks to the podcast and to the community built around it. And I've made friends all over the world. I can't thank Sacha enough for being herself and encouraging all of us to do the same. Here's to another 200 episodes. And then last but by no means least, there is one that came in audio. So I am going to live react after I've listened to that.
Hey Sacha, Emma Rose here. Congratulations on reaching episode 200. That's just such an incredible milestone and I'm so happy for you. You deserve all of the love and the praises that we will shower upon you today. So here's mine. I can say with absolute certainty that I wouldn't be where I am today without this podcast or without you. I started listening in January 2020 before the podcast had even crossed 2 digits threshold, and I was instantly hooked. Since then, I've written my first nonfiction. I became fast friends with the amazingly rebellious writers over on the Slack group. I learned more than anyone who isn't a coach yet should know about strength. Everyone drinks. And I decided to believe in myself and become a professional romance editor. And none of this, absolutely none of it, would have happened without the motivation and advice you so generously share every week on the podcast. You've been so dedicated since the very beginning, showing up every week with more and more amazing guests each time. And you inspire all of us to do better and to dream bigger. Your rebellion is amazingly powerful, Sacha. It's empowered me and many other minions to follow in your footsteps. So for all of this, I wanted to say thank you. Thank you. And also, we love you just as you are, even with your softy, squishy heart. So never stop being you.
I don't really know what to say other than how dare you make me feel so many emotions. Thank you all so much. Thank you for your kind words and for the community. And wow, what an episode. Swore I'd never cry. I'm going to need a minute. So I just want to say thank you to everybody who coordinated that. And Eden, I know that you were in charge of doing that. And thank you to everybody for the kind words and for being here. This is one hell of a mushy episode, blimey. At least I'm going to reel it back in now with some extreme banter and competition antics. I am going to go and find a tissue and wipe my itchy eyeballs. Oh, you wait till the next Hell Week. Hello, Rebels, and welcome to episode 200 of the Rebel Author Podcast. Today, I am joined by not one, not two, but a fucking fuckload of Rebels for this magnificent episode 200. And I'm not even in control. It's terrifying. So I'm going to hand over to Lynn, who is going to introduce everyone and deal with the shenanigans of today. Over to you.
Hi, Sacha. Very happy to be here. Thank you for letting us crash your episode.
Thanks.
I'm Lynn. I'm here to MC tonight while we do this little chilled out Q&A to celebrate your 200th episode. But I am joined by some fab rebels from the Slack group. So they're going to introduce themselves. So I will pass on to them and they'll say who they are and what they write in and how they came to find this fabulous podcast. So Cassie, do you want to start us off?
Absolutely. So I'm Cassie Newell. I write nonfiction and YA fantasy. I have 6 published books. I found the podcast through a combo of Sacha being a guest on YouTube and through her books, Villains and The Anatomy of Prose. And Rebel Author was my very first Patreon investment, and I've been here ever since. Next, Shane.
Hello, I am Shane Miller. I write urban fantasy. I write nonfiction for writers. I'm also a podcaster, so is Cassie. She forgot to mention that. And I first became aware of the being that is Sacha Black on Joanna Penn's The Creative Pen podcast. Rebel Author was also my first Patreon investment, and I think that might be a theme that's emerging this evening. I am going to pass over to VE.
And I'm V.E. Griffith, and I write urban fantasy, and I have a podcast myself. And I found the Rebel Author podcast through referrals from other Rebels. And I'm going to go ahead and pass over to Scott.
Hi, I'm Scott Williamson, and I write fantasy. And I found Sacha's podcast whilst researching the deepest, darkest crevices of the internet. And I'm going to pass over to Eden now.
Well, hello, my name is Eden. I write steampunk, and I have 2 cats who are just lovely and may interrupt this podcast at various times. Hopefully I'll be on mute. I found Sacha by Googling author podcasts and finding someone who sounded more British than I did. So I thought, they're a keeper. And I'm going to hand over to Holly.
Hello, I'm Holly Line. I write dark urban fantasy and also non-fiction for writers, and I also have a podcast. And I've known Sacha for many, many years. We were in a little mastermind thing a way back, and so when she started Rebel Author, I was already a cheerleader for all things Sacha Black. And I'm going to hand over to Yanni.
Hello, everyone. I'm Yanni. I first got introduced to Sacha watching a YouTube live with Meglator and Jenna Moretti. Then again, theme of the night seems to be my first Patreon tribute was to Sacha Black. I write adult urban fantasy, and I'm yet to publish, but I will get there one day with a push. And I'm now going to hand over to Judith.
Hi, I'm J.A. Mortimer. I write cozy space adventures. I came across the podcast sort of tangentially, I spotted an advert on Facebook for this Rebel author anthology. And I knew nothing about Sacha. I knew nothing about the Rebel podcast, but it sounded like a good idea. So I wrote a story. When it was accepted, I thought, gosh, I better start listening to the podcast. And I've been a firm follower ever since. I'm now going to hand over to Emma.
Hi, I'm Emma Rose, and I write and edit romance. And I found the podcast by searching author, writer, and any kind of related word on my podcatcher. And then I saw Rebel Author pop up, and I was like, oh, that sounds interesting. And it was like before episode 10, I think, like it was very, very early. And then I joined the Slack probably a year later, and it's been amazingly fun. And I'm going to hand over to Helen.
Hi, I'm Helen. I write murder mystery under the name Jodie Darby. I actually found Sacha through a takeover of the Stark Reflections podcast. So the irony that this has come full circle is not lost. And quickly went to find out what this sweary woman was all about, that was talking like I wanted to talk, and have quickly joined the Slack group after that, and couldn't be happier to be part of the group. I'm going to hand over to Carla.
Thank you, Helen. I'm Carla. I am a recovering journalist and fifth grade teacher. I discovered Sacha through the Next Level Authors podcast with Dan Wilcox. And I love the fact that she uses the word fuck a lot, which as a fifth grade teacher warms the cockles of my heart and makes me feel the feels. So I have used her villain book in my classroom when I teach writing, heavily edited. And I can't imagine how I was surviving in the writing world without the insanity of the Slack group. It's just been so much fun to feel so welcome and inviting from everyone. So I am going to pass this over to Amy now.
Hi, I'm Amy, and I edit and write fantasy, fiction, and steampunk, and a couple other genres. I found Sacha through her villains book. I was looking for more information on how to craft a stronger villain, and I found her through there and joined the Facebook group, and I've been here ever since. And right now I'm going to pass this over to Tom.
Hey, I'm Tom Fowler. I write mysteries and thrillers. I found Sacha because she was a guest on Joanna Penn's podcast like 6 years ago or so by now. I thought I liked the fact that she was very like open and honest and cursing, and those are things I fucking gravitate towards. And so when she launched her own podcast, I think I started listening with episode 1. I think Rebel Author was my third podcast patronage following Joanna Penn and Mark Dawson, but the first real like community in terms of Slack and everything like that. And now hand it off to Angela.
Hello, I'm Angela Haas, and writing sci-fi fantasy, I think. That's what it is. I was told to listen, I was ordered to listen to the Rebel Authors podcast from a friend. It was actually the very first podcast I had ever heard because I wasn't into podcasting. And she started like ripping off those M-bombs, and I was like, where am I? This is pretty cool. And and I started listening at episode 27. That was my very first episode I heard. And so it's amazing to be here for the 200th and cuddling with all my other Rebel Author friends. So that's me. I will hand it back to Lynn.
Oh, I love that. I don't care about you, Sacha. I feel all warm.
I already feel warm and slightly uncomfortable because the things itch in the glasses region. It's uncomfortable.
I should say that I'm Lynn, or LF Wham, and I write fantasy and fantasy romance. And I discovered Sacha through Jenna Moressi's YouTube. And when I was sitting there kind of thinking about writing and then realized I didn't actually know how to write. And then you were on there like, here's a magical book all about how to write prose. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to be needing that. So I bought that, got that. It went down on my wish list for Christmas because I still do that with my parents, which is very sweet. So they bought me it for Christmas. I unwrapped it on Christmas Day, all excited. And yeah, been listening to the podcast ever since. So I have a confession. We lied. This is not a cozy, relaxed, chilled out Q&A. I'm sorry. This is...
Fuck all of you. I'm so nervous. Oh no.
This is a challenge of 6 games. So we have 6 rounds. They're mostly question and answers. We have 1 round that's going to be a speed round. We've got 1 round that's going to be you versus the rebels. And what's going to happen is we're going to tell you the round. You're going to have to guess how well you're going to do. If you match your prediction, you'll get a point. If you do better than your prediction, you'll get 2 points. And you'll get a point for every question you get right. Or in the speed round, we'll give you a point for every question you answer because it's too much to do correct answers in a speedy situation. How are you feeling?
Uncomfortable. Really uncomfortable.
It's gonna be great.
You wait, Hell Week versus like round 2. That's all I'm saying.
For listeners, that is the week where Sacha decides to be really pretty horrible to us in Slack and make us do all the things we've kind of been saying that we want to do but haven't done. And then she makes us do it all in a week. I was going to try and tell people to join the Slack, but maybe they shouldn't.
Oh dear, my heart rate's right back up again.
So our first game is going to be introduced by the lovely Eden. Take it away.
Alrighty. So the first game of this evening is going to be Guess the Book by the Review. So I know, terrible, isn't it? So on Slack, your name is, or Sacha's name is Professor Deadpool because it came from a 1-star review. Now, Sacha you're not really sort of into the main classics, but so this might be a little bit mean, but can you guess these well-known, loved by some, books from their 1-star reviews? Okay, let's see. So
I have to tell you how many I think I'm going to get out of 6.
Yes.
0.
And 0, okay. And what I'll do...
They're all classics. That's the caveat, right? They're all classics.
Not all I mean, they're well known. They're well known by cultural osmosis. So even if you haven't read them, which I'm sure you probably have at some point, they are known sort of enough culturally that you could probably pick them out and know and be like, oh, I recognise that one.
Okay.
Hopefully.
1.
Yeah.
I'll go for 1.
There is one that I'm hopefully everyone will get. We shall see.
Okay.
So is 1 your official guess?
Yeah, because I'm not confident at all.
All righty. Well, what I'll do is I shall read out the review twice and then set a timer for 1 minute. And if you get it within that minute, you get the point. Sacha, are you ready? That's just for the sound effects. Okay, so the first review is: strip away the pretentious nonsense masquerading as something academic, and all one is left with is a paper-thin and utterly absurd plot. I'll say that again. Strip away the pretentious nonsense masquerading as something academic, and all one is left with is a paper-thin and utterly absurd plot. Your time starts now.
Oh my God, I have absolutely no idea. This is going to be, is this some like, is it McPart? I don't know. Is this actually, no one's going to give me any clues, are you? That was the clue. Oh my God. I'm feeling the pressure. I have no idea. I have literally no, what, strip away. Feels familiar though, you know. It does feel familiar. Am I going to kick myself? Do you not all know the answer? Oh no. Oh my God, did I write that? Oh my God, tell me I didn't write that. No, okay.
No, don't worry, it's not.
Okay.
None of these books are yours.
Oh well, that would have been hilarious.
10 seconds.
Oh, I don't know.
2, 1. So, what's your guess there?
I have no idea. I have literally no idea.
Very well. It was the Da Vinci Code.
Oh, okay.
Strip away the pretentious nonsense masquerading as something academic, and all one is left with is a paper-thin and utterly absurd plot.
Okay.
I know, right? I was like, oh, that's good. So, number 2. I tried reading this a while ago at school, but I was really put off by the generic, wazzed-out hippie types who raved about it, so I gave up, as I don't want to become like them. I tried reading this a while ago at school, but I was really put off by the generic, wazzed-out hippie types who raved about it, so I gave up, as I don't want to become one of them. Your time starts now.
I'm going to say Harry Potter because of the school reference.
No, it's not that. Yeah, close-ish. It's British.
It's British. And it's not Harry Potter. And it's something kid-like. Oh God, this is hard. I have no idea.
30 seconds.
Oh God, this is horrible, the pressure. If this is on my shelf, I'm going to be really upset that I haven't I haven't got it. Yeah, I told you I would be shit. I don't know. It says nothing.
10 seconds.
I don't know. I give up.
3, 2, 1. Any random stabs in the dark? Any guesses at all?
I mean, I'm guessing it's middle grade, but I literally...
Oh, that came so close.
I literally have no idea.
Apparently it was The Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, is that one of those? Well, I don't want to become one of them. And them is like in apostrophes as well. Like one of them, you know? Okay. So let's see. So the third book, or third review, should I say? I know that it is a classic, but it remains a drab tale of wretched folks starring two of the most selfish, nasty and cruel individuals you would hope to never meet, a truly nasty couple. I know it's a classic, but it remains a drab tale of wretched folks starring two of the most selfish, ghastly and cruel individuals you would hope to never meet, a truly nasty couple. Your time starts now.
Pride and Prejudice?
It's in that vein. It's in that sort of general neck of the woods.
Oh, God. I literally don't know any others. Jane Eyre? Emma? I don't know. Little Women? Oh, God. I don't know.
30 seconds.
I'm not going to be able to guess it. I don't read classics, so I don't know. Wuthering Heights?
Yes, it is. Stop the clock.
Thanks for the clue. I would never have got
it. Well, I'm still counting because I am a benevolent judge master or taskmaster, whatever it is. You know? Oh dear. But yes, so you've got one so far, which is good. You've sort of got what you predicted thus far, and you've still got 3 to go, which is good. So the fourth one. I decided to read it because I heard it was banned in a lot of American schools. But to be honest, you're not missing anything. The whole thing sounds like it was written by Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, if he was trying to sound cool and young. I'll read that again. I decided to read it because I heard it was banned in a lot of American schools. But to be honest, you're not missing anything. The whole thing sounds like it was written by Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, if he was trying to sound young and cool. Start the clock.
Harry Potter? No? Okay.
No. It's weirdly close, though. Like, I mean, in that sort of... It's in
they
that,
both,
again,
they both die at the end by Adam someone or other? No?
No, not yet.
Catcher in the Rye?
Yes, you did. Oh, perfect. Fabulous. You've exceeded your expectations.
I really haven't, trust me.
Oh, you have? No, you've done twice as good as you predicted. So it makes me happy. Yeah. Okay, so this is the fifth one that I'd be not disappointed. I would be disappointed. Like a parent, I'd be disappointed if you didn't get this. So I'll read the review. It's all in capitals, by the way. So it's I won't shout it, but imagine it being shouted. It's just about some guy creating a stupid monster that gets angry and kills lots of people. It's just about some guy creating a stupid monster that gets angry and kills lots of people. Your time starts now.
Frankenstein?
Absolutely.
Oh my God!
Oh, I could feel the sweat just sort of thinking, oh no,
Yeah, seriously.
See, you're doing great. You did 3 times as well as you thought you would.
I'm going to count this as the first one.
No, I'm sure. Emma, are you doing the score counting this evening? Or did I imagine it? Yes, Emma is. So I'm saying count it as 3. So last but by no means least, I'm going to, let's make sure I've got the right one, do the final book. So final review, should I say. So last but by no means least, this writer seems to have been living on a different planet. I was trying to do a bit of research into the influence of new wave on crossover dance music in the mid-80s, but found this book a complete waste of time. This writer seems to be living on a different planet. I was trying to do a bit of research into the influence of new wave on crossover dance music in the mid-80s. I found this book a complete waste of time. And speaking of time, your time starts now.
I have no idea. Like, what the fuck is that? Is it a Terry Pratchett book? Is it this is going to be a painful minute. Something by Douglas Adams. I'm like, I don't even think I know any authors from the 80s.
So if I read the last part of the review again, a crossover dance music in the mid-80s. Emphasis on the mid-80s.
I literally, I have no idea.
In your opinion, what would constitute as mid-80s? Just sort of round off mention the years, perhaps.
85? I have no idea. 84? 1984?
Yeah, that'll do. 1984.
Oh my God. This is terrific.
And we got it with a second to spare, so I'm certainly counting that, you know. So look, you did brilliantly. You got 4 out of 6, which, you know, is pretty good going. 4 times as good as you thought you were going to do.
That was hard.
That was really mean. I'm sorry.
It was hard.
Thank you, Ethan.
It's all right. I'll scuttle back into my cave now.
So the next round is to do with book covers.
May I start?
Oh, wow.
Yes, please, Cassie, take it away.
So, Sacha, you talk a lot about remembering books by the color of the cover. This in front of you, that no one can see on the podcast, is a picture of your shelves. And not only did we do that, I looked into your Goodreads TBR and matched it to your shelves. So before we get started,
I hate you.
I have
so
6 books that
so
I will present to you.
uncomfortable.
And all you have to do is name the color of the cover. I will present the title and who it's by. However, you cannot look behind you.
Okay. So,
out of the 6, how many do you think you will get for our scorekeeper?
Well, see, I'm more confident with this, but I don't want to be too confident because I don't know how far back you've gone. Anything that I've put on my list in like the last year, I reckon I would get. Anything that's older than a year, right? I can't be as confident. I'm gonna say 2 because it's better than 0 for the last round.
2, Sacha. Only 2.
I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's get started. Okay. Insatiable by Daisy Buchanan. What color am I?
I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even recognize that name or title. Obviously, because I know names and titles. I have no idea. This is going to be a lot harder than I thought. Oh, I know that. That's erotic lesbian stuff. I should have remembered.
It is orange, and we've got a tangerine on the front, just for those who are listening.
Also, that's literary, which is why it's not like lodged in my brain.
But it is on your TBR.
It is on my TBR. It's on my shelf too.
Okay, the next one, Tweet Cute by Emma Lord.
That is a light bluey green color, or it's orange. I'm pretty sure it's bluey, like a light bluey green color, I think. Oh shit, is it orange?
Is that your final answer?
Because there's another one that's Meet Cute. And I think it's bluey green, or it's going to be orange. I'm going to say bluey green, blue, like a light bluey color, bluey green color.
You were right on both behalves. It's blue and orange. Good job. Look at her and her colors. All right. You got 1.
All right. Well, you know.
All right. The next one, Ruin Song.
Purple.
By Julia Ember.
Purple.
Oh, she nailed that one. Purple, my friends. Purple. Okay, she's got 2. We're on a roll. Shadow Scent by PM.
Okay. Sorry, I'm getting really excited. The spine is gold, the cover is blue. Dark blue.
It's a dark blue and purple. Correct. Yeah. Actually, a very gorgeous cover.
It is stunning. That's not the cover I have, by the way, but that is close enough.
I tried to get all UK covers. Okay. So 3. You've got 3. The next one, Strange the Dreamer by Leilani Taylor.
That
what color
is
am I?
Rich blue color.
4. You're doing fabulous.
Thank you.
Okay, we've got one more cover. Lies Laclamora by Scott Lynch. What color am I? And I am on your TBR.
Oh, it's not. It's really not. It's green with gold font. I hate that. I know that.
Out of 6 books, you have received 5 points. Thank you so much for participating. And what color is my book cover?
Amazing.
I will hand it back to Lynn.
Oh, thank you, Cassie. And thank you for that beautiful presentation. Maybe we should have started with that. That was amazing. I'm quite scared.
I told you that's how I remember.
Purple. It's purple. Whew. Okay, good. Right, let's keep this momentum. You're doing well. I'm gonna pass you on to your favorite / least favorite person. Shane is gonna do the next round.
Hello, my friend.
I've got a stress headache.
Okay, So, full disclosure, Lynn gave me an idea for this round and I thought it was far too easy. So I changed it a bit. This is round 3, first lines. Our friend Sacha claims, no, don't. Oh, yeah, you haven't even heard it. Our friend Sacha claims that she likes to collect the first lines of books. And we're going to put that to the test this evening. So here are some great lines from 6 books that you have read, because I also mined the deepest, darkest, dirtiest corners of your Goodreads to find this. And you should know all these first lines. I'm going to read you the line. I'm not going to tell you who the author is, which was Lynn's first idea. I'm just going to read you the line and you have to tell me the title of the book. I'll read it twice.
Do I have to tell you how many I think I'm going to get?
Oh, you do? Yeah. How many do you think you're going to get? You collect lines, remember? We've established this fact.
I collect certain lines. I don't collect all first lines.
That's bullshit. Anyway.
I'm going to say 1 because I have a horrible feeling that this is going to be as hard as the first round.
Okay. The first line is, I was 10 years old when I realized I was strange. I was 10 years old when I realized I was strange. I broke her.
And I've read the book.
You've read all the books.
Oh my God. I have no idea.
Oh dear.
It's not gallant or something like that. No, because that's about the rain on the rooftop. No,
I'm not giving you any longer than that. I'm sorry.
Okay.
It was House of Hollow by Crystal Sutherland.
Oh, okay. I read that a long time ago. I don't think I'd have remembered that. That's fair.
You read it. That's the point. Yeah. And you collect lines. Collect lines. The second line is Juiced had 2 problems, the moon and his moustache.
Six of Crows, Lee Bardugo.
Oh, it is 6 of Crows by Lee Bardugo. Awesome. The next line is, in an old lonely forest far away from almost everything sat a curious dwelling. In an old lonely forest far away from almost everything sat a curious dwelling. And you
is
read
that
this one really,
is that TJ Klune?
That's not the question. I need the book title, please.
Under the Whispering. No. That is the new one, the robot one. I can't remember what it's
not called. That,
not the
afraid.
robot one. Oh God.
Oh,
I can't get
sweating.
Names. In the Lives of Puppets.
Yep. It is In the Lives of Puppets. Maybe you do collect first lines after all.
Oh dear.
Line number 4 is, there is only one mirror. No, we're doing 6. We've done 3.
This is number 3 already. Okay, sorry.
Man, talk about getting shitty guests on podcasts. The next line is, there is only one mirror in my house. There's only one mirror in my house.
That is The Hunger Games? No? Divergent?
Yes.
It is Divergent. Yeah. Yes. I knew it was one or the other because of course, because it's the day that she gets her hair plaited or whatever, or haircut. Yeah. Divergent. I knew it was one or the other.
Yeah. Good for you. That's great. And line number 5 is, the master of the house stands at the garden wall. The master of the house stands at the garden wall.
Gallant.
Oh, that is gallant. Very good. And the final line. And if you don't get this one, I'm not only going to be disappointed, I might cancel my Patreon pledge. So the final line. Don't worry, you've got like 100 other patrons. You won't miss me. The final line is, people often shit themselves when they die. People often shit themselves when they die. That is a true fact. Oh, it is Nevernight. God. So you did a lot better than you thought. What did you say? 1?
I was tempted to say 2, but I didn't know how hard you were going to go. So,
dude. Yeah. Well, you missed out the first one, so you got 5 out of 6. Well done.
That's not fucking bad.
That's all right, isn't it?
Amazing.
Pretty good. I'm going to pass back to Lynn because I'm bored now, quite honestly.
Thank you for all of that encouragement, Shane. I wish people could see how excited and glowing you are, Sacha.
I will see about this video.
Whether this goes onto the light of day. Amazing. Thank you very much, Shane. That was very good. And I've lost my list of the order of the running. I'm pretty sure it's Scott, but I feel like I should just check. It is Scott. Amazing. Save me from myself, please. Step in.
Thank you, Lynn. So well organized.
I'm so professional.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm more nervous. I don't know if I'm more nervous now or if I was more nervous for Shane.
It'll be fine. Everything's going to be fine. Oh, Sacha, my internet just flickered out there as I started talking.
No, you're
You're
right.
still here.
I'm okay. Okay. This is the torture round.
Oh, God.
You write smut, so you should be fine with that. We've all read chapter 3.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
So there are no points for you in this round. I know that's painful for you, but don't worry, there will be a winner. This is a game of survival. I'm going to read out a bunch of books that you've read. Don't worry, it's not that bad. To the listener, she's covering her face right now, like something horrible is about to happen. But all we're going to do is play a game of survival with a bunch of books that you've read. So there's going to be a multiple rounds, and I'll read out 2 books, and you've got to pick your favorite, and we'll keep doing that until we have a winner.
Oh, God. Okay. That's torture.
You were worried we were going to make you talk about your feelings, weren't you there, Sacha?
Oh, this is mean. Now I have to pick favourites.
Yeah, and this first round is killer. Right, here we go. The Book Thief by Marcus. Oh, I'd like to apologise to all authors whose names I'm about to butcher. So, The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak versus Mort by Terry Pratchett.
Oh, my God. Oh, come on. Mort.
I knew you'd pick the one about death.
The other one is literally narrated by death.
Oh, well, that's true. Yeah, of course. Yeah. And it made you cry.
The reason I picked Mort is because I have read that book twice. Also, fuck you for telling everyone that.
I forgot. You don't cry.
I'm going to remember this.
Next round. Queen Takes Rose by Katie Robert. The Shadows Between Us by Tricia Levenseller.
Queen Takes Rose, no question.
Oh, straight in there.
Yeah.
Okay. Next round. Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry versus The Hating Game by Sally Thorne.
Oh,
Quite
that is
different.
hard. Yeah, they're very different. That is hard.
Depends on your mood between these two.
The Hating Game.
Okay. Your favourite author next. The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab versus The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert.
Fuck, that's really hard. That's 2 of my fave. That is, how dare you do that to me?
Told you this would be torture.
This is the hardest one yet. That's definitely the hardest one yet. Oh my God, I'm really surprised.
What did you pick?
The Hazelwood. Yeah.
Okay. Oofed. Okay. Even Though I Knew the End by C.L. Polk or Everything, Everything by Nicola Yoon.
Even Though I Knew the End.
Just let me update my spreadsheet here. I know you like spreadsheets.
Have you actually got a spreadsheet?
Of course. Of course. Everything is done with spreadsheets. It's how the world runs, Sacha. Right. The next round is The Sky is Everywhere by Yandy Nelson.
Jandy Nelson, yeah.
Jandy Nelson versus We Were Liars by E. Lockhart.
The Sky is Everywhere.
I feel that this side of it is much easier. Guava Flavored Lies by J.J.
Arias. Yeah.
versus Fresh by Margot Wood.
Guava Flavored Lies.
Okay, Some Girls Do by Jennifer Duggan, or One Last Stop by Casey McQuiston.
That's really hard because Some Girls Do is one of the first young adult sapphic books I read.
I know.
Casey is brilliant.
Yeah.
But that book in particular was 150 pages too long. I love them, but that book was too long. I am going to say, oh, that's so hard. One Last Stop. I'm sorry.
Oofed. Oh. Okay, so that was the easy round, and now we've moved down a level to the next round. So we're going back to the other side, and it's Mort by Terry Pratchett versus Queen Takes Rose by Katie
Queen
Robert.
Takes Rose.
Oh, that was a no-brainer.
Yeah. Changed my life.
The Hating Game by Sally Thorne versus The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert.
The Hazelwood.
I feel like this should be more painful.
I have a feeling it's going to get painful.
Well, even though I knew the end by C.L. Polk versus The Sky is Everywhere by Jandy Nelson.
Oh. Oh, come on.
To be fair, this pain is making me want to read all of these books.
This is so hard. I learned so much from The Sky is Everywhere, but also C.L. Polk is like a master of voice. And The Sky is Everywhere is super emotional. Duchess is trying to convince me one way or the other. I don't know if you can hear her in the background.
Because you used the word emotion. She was worried for you for a minute there.
So hard. I actually don't know. Oh no. Okay. For mastery. 9. Okay. I'm going to say C.L. Polk. C.L. Polk, just for mastery.
Okay. Guava Flavored Lies by J.J. Arias versus One Last Stop.
Guava Flavored Lies.
Okay, we're into the semi-final. Okay, the drama. Queen Takes Rose by Katie Robert versus The Hazelwood by Melissa Albert. I don't know why I'm reading out the authors' names every time.
That is...
we know by now, Scott. Shut up.
Queen Takes Rose. I know what's going to happen. I know who's going to win.
We are the other semi-final, Even Though I Knew the End versus Guava Flavored Lies.
That is horrible. They're both sapphic as well, which is also makes it harder. I'm going to say Guava Flavored Lies because I absolutely loved the bickering. It was like the best enemies, rival. It was more rivals to lovers. I think it's just the most exceptional example of that I've ever seen. So I'm going to say Guava Flavored Lies.
And I mean, do we even need to do the final though? Because it's obviously it's Queen Takes Rose, but
is it Queen Takes Rose versus Guava?
Yeah.
It's so difficult because they're both enemies to lovers and they're completely different genres. Okay, I am going to give it to Queen Takes Rose, not because I loved Guava any less, but purely because I read Queen Takes Rose first, and so it left an indelible mark on me. So I'm going to pick that. Yeah.
There we have.
That was savage.
That was a torture round, and
that felt torturous.
We have a winner. I have updated my spreadsheet. I will save a copy and send it across to you. Okay. And now I'm going to pass it back over to our host, Lynn.
Yeah, thank you. That hurt me.
It was painful.
So I think what we have learned here, in case we didn't know, is that Sacha likes competitive sapphic fiction. It's preferably that's spicy. Was anyone in any doubt of that?
Wow. I love that under competitive conditions, I've actually proved that everything that I say is true because, like, I did do the covers. Well, I do collect first lines. I'm also shit with 1-star reviews and the titles of books.
You actually have a lot more self-awareness than I give you credit for. So cool. Okay, we're doing slightly different rounds. We're doing speedy. And taking us through it is the lovely Holly. So I shall pass on.
All right. Thank you very much then. All right, Sacha. So dial up your competition a notch. You've got 2 minutes to answer as many of these as you can.
Okay.
There are 21 questions. There are no right or wrong answers. It's a this or that preference thing.
Okay.
So how many do you think you will give an answer for?
8.
Really?
Yeah, okay. I don't know how hard they are.
All right. I'm going to start the timer. I'll give you a little countdown. Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. Thriller or mystery?
Thriller.
Favorite villain?
Oh, fuck. That is, how dare you? Agent Smith. Oh.
Fae or werewolf?
Fae.
Favorite Disney princess?
Ursula? No. Does Maleficent count?
I mean, I'll allow it.
Oh, do I have Belle?
Okay. One bed or trapped in an elevator?
One bed.
Favorite book you recently read?
Literally can't remember anything. I'm pressure. I don't know. House of Hunger, that'll do.
Okay. Not really dead trope, yay or nay?
Yay. If it's done well.
Favorite mythical creature?
Vampire? Unicorn.
You don't sound certain there.
Well, right. Is vampire a creature?
Yeah.
Okay, vampire. No questions then.
All right. Epic fantasy or magical realism?
Magical realism.
Current author crush?
Katie Robert.
Cafe or pub?
Cafe.
3 non-fic must-reads for authors?
Untamed by Glennon Doyle. I literally don't know any non-fiction.
10 seconds left.
4,000 Weeks by Oliver whatever, because I hated it and everybody else will love it. And The Anatomy of a Bestseller. I'm sorry, I literally couldn't think of any other
paperback. Kindle or paperback?
Paperback.
That is time.
Oh my God, that was so hard.
Emma, how did she do on that? Because I was not counting.
Small question. Is the 3 books one answer?
Yeah,
or
that's
3
one
answers?
answer. Yeah.
Okay, so then you did 13 out of 21.
Hey, well done. There were some more great questions that we didn't get to, but maybe we'll stay later and finish that round off. All right,
Thanks.
Back to Lynn.
Thanks, Holly. Wow, you do not do well under pressure.
Seriously, don't. This is why I don't take exams. Seriously, I did really well in coursework, but not well at exams. Wow.
Oh, I really enjoyed that. Thank you. That was brilliant. Oh my goodness. But boo sucks me because I've just been like sitting here enjoying this and not paying attention to the fact that it's my round next. There we go. Okay. I don't know how well this is going to go in all seriousness because this round is Sacha versus Rebels. So not only are you competing against yourself in how many questions you're going to answer, those answers might get stolen by your fellow rebels. Now, the chaotic part of this is that in order to buzz, you guys are just going to have to yell out your names. And I'm just going to have to, the first name that I hear is the person who's going to answer the question.
Oh dear.
Really intimidated by that. She just like went, yes, to the camera. I'm scared now. So I hope this is going to go okay, because we're all going to be off mute yelling our names. So what could go wrong? So it's just kind of some general questions. How many of them actually are there? I think there's 11.
Author doing math.
Alert. There are 11. Sasha, how many do you think out of 11?
What is it? General knowledge or?
It's like general. It's it's general knowledge as determined by me.
Like 0. If it's general knowledge, 0. I know a lot about publishing and not a lot about anything else.
It's general knowledge about books. It's about stories that we've consumed as a group together.
1. Oh God.
Okay. Emma, you noted that she'd guess 1, and then I'll take over the counting from here so that you can join in. So everybody, buzzers at the ready.
Me.
I can't believe I just agreed to be yelled at by all of you. Okay, Sacha versus Rebels. Question 1. Who wrote A Game of Hearts and Heist?
Shane.
Sacha.
That was Shane.
I know. Of course it was Shane.
Shane, who wrote A Game of Hearts and Heist?
Ruby Road.
Who wrote A Game of Hearts and Shite? That was Ruby Road.
Sorry, I kind of choked on my tongue there, you know. Oh man. Who wrote A Game of Hearts and Heist?
Yeah, Ruby wrote, aka Sacha Black.
Amazing. Thank you. Yeah. That's a point to the Rebels. Question 2. This one's really mean. I'm sorry. Question 2. Name the couple in the hating game.
Shane, Josh, and Lucy.
Oh my God. Yes. Well.
Oh.
Whew. Okay. Question 3.
Shane.
Percy Jackson is which god's son?
Eden. Poseidon.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh man. In Under the Whispering Door, what is Hugo's job?
Silence.
Eden? Was he a banker of some sort?
Okay, I see. Okay, so first of all, well, no, but so okay. Hugo is the love interest, right?
Oh, is he the sexy coffee man?
Yes, but what? Okay, so rather than like his job, like don't think job like occupation, think job like his task, his meaning.
Shane. He's a reaper. He's a reaper.
Sacha, ferryman.
Sacha, yes.
He's a psychopath.
She's so happy. Look at her. She's flipping us off, by the way. For the listeners, she's flipping every single one of us off.
Again.
Yeah, as per.
It's the norm. You'll get used to it.
Spoiler alert for everybody's favorite book, because I think I was the only person that enjoyed this one when we read it together. In The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, who killed Evelyn? This was just me getting my own back on you for not enjoying
Eden?
it. Eden?
Was it the 20th century and living through that time? I have no idea.
You're not going to get this. It was Felicity Maddox. It was the woman that she'd hired to impersonate her.
Not because we all DNF'd it, just asking.
you might have DNF'd it. Some of us have to read them.
You picked it, just saying.
No, never mind. I'll keep my thoughts to myself. What retelling is Neon Gods?
Sacha.
Shane, it's Hades and Persephone.
Excuse me, I said my name. Excuse me.
I said mine first.
No, you so did not.
Oh.
This is where high competition kicks in and nobody agrees on
said
who's
their name first.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Scott, how's your harmony doing right now? Do you want to choose?
I'm with Shane. He's on my team.
Sorry, you've been overruled.
I genuinely think I heard Sasha's name first, though.
Boo.
Yeah.
Boo.
Do you have the answer, Sacha?
Hades and Persephone.
Yes. She was losing, okay? You've got to throw her a bone sometimes.
No, my empathy is very low. I couldn't give a shit.
Think of Hell Week. Think of Hell Week.
This is
we're already
immediate.
screwed.
Yeah, we might as well just go all the way now.
Okay.
I'm going to listen back to the
question.
recording to see which one of us said it first. Literally, because I have to know.
Photo finish.
It was
She's got time.
yeah.
It's the millisecond as well. Like,
Yeah. Yeah. In the 2022 Top Gun Maverick, what does Maverick take his squad to do to encourage team building?
Sacha.
Oh, I think that was
Sacha.
I think that was Sacha. But I so was thinking of Cassie when I wrote this question. But Sacha, what is the answer?
They go and play volleyball on the beach.
No.
They don't. No, they don't.
They don't.
They're playing on the
That's not
beach,
it.
dodgeball, volleyball, whatever. It's the same thing.
Cassie, what's the answer?
That's the same thing.
They are playing dual offensive football.
Whatever. It's on the beach. It's the ball. It's the same fucking thing.
No, it is not.
by the way.
Wow. Also, they are shirtless, which appealed to me in some way. I don't know.
It made the sport irrelevant, to be honest.
It's very distracting. They're very glistening with sweat and
They're playing with balls.
all
How the
flying
US people
everywhere.
are like,
I mean,
oh, it was wonderful.
That actually
Oh, it was
did
so
take quite a while to
distracting.
lower the tone.
And now I feel funny.
I'm surprised we didn't lower the tone much earlier.
I know. That was good. That was good going. Well done, everybody. Okay. Name the short story / Netflix show.
Sacha.
I really should have.
First kill.
Yeah.
What was the question?
Well,
Doesn't matter. I knew the answer.
I'm sorry that I paused. I realized I was going to have to pronounce the name that I don't know how to pronounce, and I couldn't be bothered rewatching the show trying to figure out how she says her name.
Was it
This
Calliope by
question,
any chance?
yeah, that is it.
Fuck.
Calliope. Okay. Well, the question was going to be in which Juliet and Calliope get together in a closet, and the answer is first kill. So that was. Okay, spoilers for V.E. Schwab's Gallant, but in V.E. Schwab's Gallant. Am I saying this weird?
You've went for the Scottish version of the.
Gallant. in Gallant. Who is Olivia's father?
Do we need the name, the specific name?
No.
Okay, Sacha.
Yes.
It's the ghosty lord person on the other side. the uncle on the other side. No? Okay, I give up. Someone else can have a go.
Anyone else for any more? Okay, I'll tell you the answer and you can tell me whether or not you're going to give it to Sacha for the ghosty evil lord on the other side. It's a shadow entity made by the ghosty lord on the other side.
Ghosty lord. Sentient haze of blue cloud.
I think maybe I'll get half a point for that.
Okay, we'll do.
I think that was a fair answer.
We'll deal in half. Where is a Master of Jinn set?
Eden.
Shane, Egypt.
Eden was
I don't know
clearly
why I'm
first.
doing this. Eden was first, but go with it.
Eden.
It's set in Cairo, Egypt.
Cairo specific.
Yes.
I just really don't.
Shane, you need to learn to play well with others, okay? You can't just say your name and start answering.
I'm sorry, but I really don't want Sacha.
Here's the thing, though, right? Shane's competition is like lower than mine, therefore he cheats, right? So,
And exactly. Yeah. He's not true competition.
A true competition wouldn't cheat.
That we know of.
Then you can put those down now. Point made.
I think this is going to end up being a cage fight.
Okay, this is the final question. I'm really sad that I shouldn't say that's a spoiler. This is the final question. Which country is Harry McCleary from? Which country?
Eden.
Eden.
New Zealand.
Yes.
Who is that?
And it breaks my mind. I hate it. I hate it. He's the little Scottish dog, but it's from New Zealand.
Scottish Harry McCleary from Donaldson's Dairy. Harry McCleary from Donaldson's Dairy, Victor Von Kron with a very low tongue.
What's going on right now?
It's a children's book. How have you not read this incessantly?
Or something like.
I have literally no idea what you're talking about.
It's like that Patrick Elephant dude that I can't remember the name.
Elmer.
Elmer, that's the one. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I genuinely just asked that question for Matt. He's not even here. So. Amazing.
I just remember being outraged.
I know. It should be
That's a lie. Yeah.
Sasha, you got 3.5 points. Rebels, you got 6 points.
Bravo.
Nice.
Well done. So, throughout this chaos, Emma has been keeping score. So I'm going to pass over to Emma to hear the results.
So we have the scores. They're final. And I'm going to give it to you. In the first round, you got 4 points out of 6. In the second round, you got 5 points out of 6. In the third, you got again 5 points out of 6. In the fifth round, because the fourth wasn't graded, you got 13 points out of 21. And in the very last round, you got 3.5 points out of 11. Since you always guessed below the number of questions that you actually did, you earned 10 points doing this. And the final score is 40.5.
Thank you all.
Congratulations. So, Sacha, I hope that wasn't too harsh for you.
That was so fun.
The first round really had you scared.
I was terrified after that first round, though. Wow.
That was kind of hatred behind her eyes, though. I can feel it coming through my screen.
I tell you, I was bricking it after that first round. No, that was very unexpected and super fun. Like, definitely exactly all the pennies. I feel energized, and given that I have been in some serious exhaustion, that is exactly what I needed. That was super fun. Thank you all.
I do wish to lodge a complaint with Eden. You did not pick one of my favorite negative reviews from Dorothy Parker.
Oh, yes.
This book is not one to be tossed aside lightly. It should be hurled with great force.
That is great.
Does anyone know which book that's about?
I have a 1-star review on my book.
I will give you a hint. Just take a look at the fighting this week.
Ooh, is it Winnie the Pooh?
Yes.
Nice.
I wrote that about Winnie the Pooh.
So.
Wrong feelings about Winnie the Pooh.
Wowza.
Wow. Well, thank you everybody for their time tonight. And Sacha, this was all just our way to celebrate 200th episode with you and say thank you very much for creating a community that allowed us all to come together and that we have an awful lot of fun in and learn a lot in. And we really appreciate you. And thank you.
Well, thank you guys for organising this chaos. It was super fun. And yeah, thank you all to the listeners for listening for 200 episodes. And thank you to everybody in Patreon for supporting. And yeah, you guys are amazing. Like, there wouldn't be a show if it weren't for you guys. So like, I genuinely, when I say that, I literally do mean it, because like, you guys are everything. So thank you for such an amazing community. All the feels. And we are going to stop there in case I get itchy eyeballs.
Join us on Slack.
Yes. So that is it, the end of episode 200. What a wonderfully unexpected and fun episode. I had no idea what to expect when I handed over control of this episode, and I just don't think there could be anything more perfect for a number one competition who adores books to have 6 competitions all about books. Thank you so much to everybody who organised it, and thank you to the listener, or the listeners. There's more than one. Thank you for being here, and yeah. Next week, I will be joined by Jeff Elkins, and we'll be talking all about how to make your dialogue sing.
Don't forget to tune in and subscribe on your podcatcher. And when you have a moment, please leave a review.